DSP tries it.
What is going on, everyone? DSP here, and welcome to a special edition of DSP
Special
Tries
isn't the
It.
right
Now,
word.
first off,
Well, it is special
just
because
to
I brought
say
you
this
along.
upfront,
Oh
I
yeah,
remember the
right.
We haven't
My
had
throat
you
has been
forever.
swollen.
Last time I've
You
done
can hear
something
right now
was
my
Lords
voice
of
is kind
Fallen. That was it.
Yeah.
Strained, raspy, because of this. Okay. So what's the perfect thing you think of when you say, "Oh man, when you have a bad voice or you're under the weather"? What do you want? You want
Cough
soup,
syrup,
right?
cough drop.
Sleep.
So.
Oh no,
Orange
right.
juice.
Is the perfect
Oh no,
opportunity
right.
because
It's
we're
high
gonna be trying
sodium
out
ramen.
two
Yay,
different
dry out my throat
products
easier.
from
Yay,
Cup
high blood
Noodles.
pressure.
Now,
Yay.
Woo!
the
Yay,
reason
heart
this is very
attacks.
pertinent, especially for now, if you are a gamer, you may be playing Final Fantasy 15, and you may not know this
Yep,
if you're not
that would be
playing
me.
it. Cup Noodles has a giant ad space purchased in the game. They're on billboards. I'm not even kidding you. The characters.
You know, I never
actually
understood the
have a
purpose of
freaking
advertisement
side
in video
mission.
games. It's never
You have to
affected me
buy
any.
cup noodles.
Excuse me while I open my
Then you have to
calorie,
go out and
mate.
get ingredients through fighting monsters. Put those
No, it
ingredients
never
into
really
the cup
did
noodles,
anything. Excuse me while I
and
open
you
up
eat it, and it's
Nuka-Cola.
like, oh, the most delicious of gourmet ingredients. I mean, cup noodles are already good without this, but with these added ingredients, it's just so good. And it's hilarious because you can
Okay,
buy
Phil,
it, and it
do you
looks
know what
just
a
like
joke
this. I'm not even
is?
kidding. In the game, I believe it costs.
Not only that,
like
you're in a
1,000
fantasy world.
gil
Couldn't
or
it be
whatever, which
that,
guess
I don't
would be
know,
the
in
equivalent
this
of
reality,
$10
cup
or
noodles
something.
is a gourmet
And it
thing?
looks just like this.
Yeah.
This picture, big, giant, juicy shrimp. With
Actually,
delicious
no, it
ramen
didn't.
And all these fresh vegetables.
I
Right?
actually remember in the game,
So,
there's no shrimp.
today,
It's just meat.
We're gonna try the two most popular flavors of cup noodles, both the shrimp and the chicken. Okay. Now it's hilarious
chicken
because
flavor.
it says chicken flavor. Do you want to know why it says
Yeah,
chicken
there's one thing that I've noticed when
'Cause there's
watching
actually
this
no
entire
chicken in
thing.
it. I think there's chicken stock, meaning.
Why does he
that broth
talk about
made
Final
with
Fantasy
chicken,
15
but no
when
actual
he has
pieces
said
of
multiple
chicken are
times
in
that he
this?
thinks the game
However, in the
sucks?
shrimp, there
No,
actually
he
are
says that the
supposedly supposed to be
combat
shrimp
sucks. He likes
in
the
shrimp
game
cup
and the
noodles,
world, but
okay?
it's the combat, so, you know, the majority of the game.
Oh
You
yeah,
might say to yourself,
right.
wow. Well, in Final Fantasy 15, right, this is considered gourmet. Gladio, one of the main characters of the game, is kissing Cup Noodle's ass, one of his favorite foods. He's like, oh, this is something I would eat all the time. I
Actually,
can't believe
he
how
never
delicious it is."
mentioned that it was
You
his
say,
favorite
okay, in the game
food.
it costs like 1,000 gil. How much could it possibly cost in real life, right? Well, does it cost $10 for each one?
I'm going to
just
go
like
ahead
in
and
Final
tell my
Fantasy
guess when I
15?
first
No,
watched this
it does
video. I
not.
thought it'd be like
All right, hold on.
$3.
If it's gourmet food, right? $5.
I guess I aimed
It's gotta
a little
be
too high.
$5 each.
No.
Wrong.
You
$3.
aimed to
Lower.
way
Okay.
higher
Jeez,
than that.
maybe it's a steal. Maybe it's a delicious gourmet meal at a budget price. $1 each. Wrong. In the United States of America, cup noodles cost 39 cents each.
Man, this is going to be his best
39
profit ever on a video.
cents. Now, I just want to
Yeah,
put
what
this
he's
into
gonna make out of it, a
perspective,
penny?
Okay.
He had
what
to
else
spend
can you buy
70
for
cents on
39
this for the
cents?
video, and now he's going to make like $3
you
off
can't
ad
buy a pack
revenue.
of gum.
You wanna
can't
know
buy
what's
a
even
candy
sad?
bar.
What's
You
that?
can't even buy.
I spent 50 cents for two of them. Suck
More
it,
than
Phil.
likely, if you went to say,
Damn,
like, a restaurant,
budget
they probably
shopper.
wouldn't even give you the cup of hot water required to make cup noodles for 39 cents. They probably charge you 50 cents for a cup of hot water. So the actual
Who goes to a
cup noodle
restaurant and
product
asks for hot
is one
water?
of the cheapest food products you can ever get in the
Someone
United
who is
States,
really
which
desperate.
is why it's infamous amongst college students or university students who have next to no money. Because they're at college,
Damn it.
They're studying, right? They're constantly they can't hold
Get that
jobs.
fixed.
They're college studying. They have no income. So this is one of the lowest budget foods you can possibly get. So I'm sure it's going to be.
You know
gourmet,
what's
just
even
like
more
they said in
hilarious?
Final
I'm in
Fantasy
college and I
15,
have an
right?
income.
Well, before
Oh,
we
come
even
on,
take
you
a
have
look
to
at the
be
flavor
you have
or
to
how
be
make it,
poor.
I
Isn't
wanna
that the
look at this to the
stereotype
back
for
to
college
show you.
students?
Oh my god!
I thought the stereotype for college
Holy
students.
Cup
shit.
of noodles. cup
Oh,
noodles,
yeah.
44%
of your sodium.
a quarter of your saturated fat.
Yep, and that's
Calories
just
are
a
pretty
shrimp.
decent At around 300 calories, right? That's not too bad.
Wait, he's
So
going to eat
honestly,
both of these. He's going
a
to
lot of
intake
these are
88%
iron
of
is
his
actually
sodium
quite
in this
high,
one meal.
15%,
Actually,
right?
he's going to take more.
I wonder if the
89%
chicken is any better
or
worse.
90.
Chicken is worse.
Oh, Christ.
Chicken actually has a higher sodium percentage.
Jesus Christ,
Everything
Phil.
else looks pretty much the same.
You'd have to live off of water
So-
for the rest of the day.
There's really
Yeah.
not By the way, here you go.
But knowing Phil, he
Powdered
won't. He'll
chicken
just
and
go to the
rendered
nearest
chicken
fast
fat.
food joint
Those are
and
the only
rate it.
ingredients in here that are really chicken. No actual pieces of chicken are present in the chicken cup noodles, which is kind of funny. So,
How is it funny?
how do
It
you
says
make
chicken
cup
flavor.
noodles? Well, the first thing you got to do is you got to take the cup out of its cardboard container. So go ahead and do that.
Can you put the camera down and do
right
this
here
with
on
two
the top,
hands?
It explains how to make it. It says, recommended
No, he's on the go.
instructions. Go for
He's a gamer. He doesn't have time for
Boy,
that.
I can't even read that. What does this
Go
say?
for it. Is Jack Slate going to get
Boil water
dunked
in
into a
separate
pool of
container.
water?
Fold back the lid and add the boiling water to the inside fill line.
Well, you do have the right to
Close the
remain
lid again
silent.
and let stand for 3 minutes. And then slurp away. Stir and enjoy.
Oh, he's going to get the
right?
slurping
Not
part down right. Don't
microwave
worry,
the
cup of noodles.
And it says it will be hot, which is why the cup is made of styrofoam.
Oh, don't worry, you already got the
Styrofoam
snorting
does not
down right,
conduct
too.
heat well. It actually hinders heat, so therefore they don't want you to burn your hand, okay? So, you might say, well, how am I going to do this? Am I going to sit here on my oven and boil a pot of water? No.
Yes.
I have a Keurig coffee maker, which pumps out boiling hot water.
Oh,
within
could you be
seconds.
any more lazy
That's
about
what
this?
I'm going to do. Now, I don't want to just do it in here.
But, Mega, you
because I'm
don't
afraid that it
understand.
might
He's a
make the exact
fucking
amount
wizard.
before my overflow. So what I'm actually going to do...
Like, how do you not own a tea kettle, at
is I'm
least?
actually going to come over here and get a
You
coffee
own a
mug.
Keurig, but you don't own a
Okay.
tea kettle?
I'll just grab
Hey, I have a
glass,
Keurig, but I
one of these
didn't use
coffee
that.
mugs.
Instead, I used a pot.
And I'm going to fill this with hot water, and I'm going to pour that
Quote,
into
unquote.
the cup noodles. So let's actually get this plastic off, because you see the heavy plastic on it. So I'm going to put the camera down for a second.
Oh, he finally takes my advice, and it's
I'm
the
gonna do
worst
it with just
angle
my
ever.
hand, if not, I'll have to grab, you know, I'm just gonna grab it.
God.
It's on there pretty tight.
Hey, look, subliminal messaging. See you nude.
Okay.
I don't want to see a Phil nude. Fuck no. I'm already scarred for life with this shower video.
All right, got the plastic off. Now I just want to show.
I'm
you
raising
how
my
much
hand in
peel
real
this
life.
back, 'cause need to
Can't
peel
you
off
go
the
ahead
thing.
and like have one pre-made off camera, then record like the one in the package, and then have one set up and ready to go right away? So I don't know, you don't have a 27-minute video.
That would have been a smart idea, but you know how Phil
Alright.
is. He doesn't have time to think
So-
about this. He's a gamer.
Cup noodles. The amazing gourmet product as advertised throughout all of Final Fantasy 15. Here's what it looks like. Oh yeah.
Well, it's not
Doesn't
done
that
yet,
just
so
look
it's not what it
ultra
looks like.
appetizing?
Yep.
I'll actually give it a whiff.
If I was
Basically,
really
smell two
hungry, I would
things.
eat
I
that.
smell salt, and I smell a seasoning that kind of smells like seafood. Okay, being that this is the shrimp one, I'm
Oh,
not
so you didn't shower,
surprised.
Phil?
Okay.
Good to know.
Now, just to give you some comparison size-wise, this is cup noodles. This is a standard, I believe, 16-ounce glass. I actually have cherry juice in there right now.
You forgot the
So,
gin.
A standard cup noodles.
Cherry juice,
is
his gout must
actually
be coming
about,
back.
I'm looking at it now, 2.25 ounces dry. But once it
I think
actually
he
fills
secretly
up, it's
put
probably
gin
about
in
6
there
to
so he
8
can make this
ounces
video.
With the hot water in it. Okay. So
Nah,
that's
there wasn't
about
any
the
drunk
size.
side filled tweets
I'm
after
supposed to
this.
make hot
Can't be
water,
drunk.
Pour it in there to
Ah,
the fill
damn, that's
line.
true.
I'm assuming the fill line would be that line you see above the top of the styrofoam there. Okay.
No, that's just for
And
show.
Then mix it up and let it sit for about 3 minutes. They said. So what I'll actually do here,
Yeah.
open up
Is
the other
make a
one, the
jump cut to
chicken.
when the instructions are all finished.
Yeah. God.
And we'll take a look at what that one looks like on the inside too.
My favorite advertisement, cup.
What is funny is you can't see any shrimp inside of this shrimp flavored one. There's just no shrimp visible.
Maybe it's at the bottom.
Okay, so
Also, I can tell you this right now, Phil fucked
the
up.
shrimp is brownish, right? A
How's
brownish
that?
seasoning.
He
to
wasn't
it.
supposed to tear
Actually,
the
a few pieces
entire
of
lid off of
carrot
it.
or whatever, but I don't see any shrimp. In the chicken one, it's very yellow. Okay, and I'll actually give it a whiff. Oh yeah, it smells like chicken stock. It does. It smells like.
Really? I thought it would
any
smell
kind of
like
chicken
beef.
stock or chicken broth that you would
Really?
get.
I thought it would
This
smell
one
like
actually has
salmon.
dried pieces of corn in it. Okay, so here's what we'll do. Let's go over here. The mug is in position under my Keurig coffee maker. Now to get this to work, I have to simulate like I'm putting in a thing to make coffee. So I open it and then I close it. Now it thinks I put a coffee thing in there. Okay.
I'm
Press the
smarter
button.
than a machine.
It's gonna pump out boiling hot water.
Boiling hot.
Incidentally, about
Sure,
8 ounces
Phil,
worth, which is
sure.
about a typical coffee cup.
Look at all that steam rising from it. Boiling.
Sure.
It's bubbling as it enters the cup.
Yeah, that's totally hot.
Now, will this be enough to fill the cup noodles to the fill line, or will we need a
Phil's
second
gonna have to
one?
get some like asbestos gloves or something to handle this.
Ooh, I gotta take my shirt off. It's so
Here's our
hot.
hot water. Looks like there's 1 or 2 pieces of... Oh no, it was a bubble. I thought it was a piece of coffee. It's not a bubble in there. All right, so
What? How,
attempt to pour this into the cup noodles and not make a mess. See how this goes.
His stupidity has no bounds.
It did. It's going... Oh my god, this mug sucks. Because it has this rounded lip.
Phil.
Pour out properly.
Phil.
all right. So maybe you don't have a measuring cup, or you don't have
So
a
that was
tea
not
kettle,
even
so you have to
nearly
use
enough
that.
water.
Couldn't you use a
My
measuring
entire
cup too,
countertop
or
is covered
something
in
that I
water
don't know
because
has
this
a lip
coffee
that
mug
will
is
let
not
you
what
pour
we're
it
going
properly?
for pouring
I was
that
just
stuff.
about to say that. I mean,
course, all my
surely
other
with all that
drinks are
Patreon
freaking
money
washed
he gets from his fans, surely he would buy a measuring cup.
So,
Look how
guess it's
boiling
time
hot that
to
is. Phil can just put a napkin and use his
dry
bare
my
hand on it.
countertop, and then we'll try again. We'll make a second batch.
He's got
of water
asbestos
here.
hands there.
Oh,
The
good.
mess I have made.
Oh, you mean your
But yeah, not
YouTube
even
channel?
close to the fill line with whatever I got in there. Nope. So we got to do it again.
Oh, yay. Do a jump cut now because we know what happens?
Please?
Okay.
We already know what the...
So
Oh.
while that's going, I'll come over here.
I'm sorry, he doesn't
So
have
with the
time
little
to
water
edit
that's
unless
added,
it's one of his
it
shitty
did actually
reviews.
pick up with flavor. I can smell it a little more, but it certainly doesn't look very appetizing, does it? Okay.
No, because it's not
Second
finished
batch of
yet.
water popping out
Exactly.
behind me right now. And what I'll actually do this time, I'm gonna come over here. I have these mats that are by my sink. These are drying mats, so when we wash dishes, we put them here to dry. This way, if it spills, it'll just spill onto the drying mat, and I won't have to dry it up. It'll naturally evaporate. Okay.
Yay, one less thing I have to do around the house.
Cup number 2.
Well, hey, he grew a half a brain cell.
Oh, look, there you go.
And, oh, almost to the fill line, almost.
Yeah, I
Okay.
bet it has to be
It is
scientifically
to
accurate.
the fill line on our first cup noodles. Whoa, and you saw what happened? The noodles just floated to the top. So, we'll move that to the side. To
What
absorb
is
the water.
buoyancy? I have no
I'll
clue.
grab the second cup noodles.
He
which
must
is
have the
chicken,
fucking attention span of a
and
child.
we'll get this one going.
Mommy, look, the
Throw
news
water
rose
for
up!
it.
Yay!
Next, he's gonna make a
And
macro
get to
or
work
paper
on my
mache
next cup.
fire a
While
volcano.
I'm doing that,
Why isn't
That
it working?
spoon.
You're supposed to use baking soda.
I'll
What's
begin to stir
that?
in the water into the
Phil,
shrimp cup
no.
noodles.
What are you supposed to do?
You're supposed
Boy,
to
it
close
is
the
one
lid and let it
block
sit
of
for
noodles.
3
Look at it.
minutes.
It is a block of dried noodle.
No
Alright, so
You
shit!
see the broth, and this is dark and
To be
brown.
fair to Phil,
And
he's
dark
not using
brown
boiling
and
water,
brown.
so I think
still
he can
get to
skip
see a
that step
single
because
shrimp.
closing the lid's not going to do jack shit for him.
I see no shrimp in
Fair
this.
enough.
Seriously, I don't see any shrimp.
Wow, look at that. The noodles didn't absorb shit because the water's not hot enough.
I wonder why. Because
Look,
It's
just
not a
big
stove.
Mound of noodles. I'm stirring it constantly here, looking. I don't see a single shrimp in this shrimp one. None. I see
Oh,
carrots. I see whatever
boo-hoo.
that green seasoning is. Right. I see tons of that. I don't see. a
you
single
mean
shrimp.
something
I
like
think they're full
basil,
of crap.
oregano?
Even though the advertisement right on it with delicious giant juicy shrimp.
Wow, really?
a
There's
single
something
shrimp.
that advertises how it looks one way and the way you get it's
For
another way?
39
Who would have
cents,
thought?
What you expect, right?
Well, apparently, according
Alright,
to
so that's
some
supposed to
people
soak.
that get
That's
it,
soaking.
there's... It depends on who
we
sells
go.
it. They have shrimp in one, doesn't in the other. So it's a mixed bag. And what's funny, the beef
Boom,
one
to
actually
the fill
has
line.
beef in it.
Beautiful.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go.
Why couldn't you just get
So it
that?
takes about a standard cup and a half.
Well, he
of
said that he
typical,
picked the two most popular flavors.
teacup or
I'll
coffee
take
cup
his word
in
for
order to
it.
fill one of these cup noodles.
What, did you have like a little stream?
So I'm still stirring my shrimp. In a moment, I'll head over to
Emergency
the
Patreon
chicken.
poll, guys.
There is no shrimp. There's not a
Otakus
single one.
only.
Take a look at that. I mean, maybe once I start to eat it, maybe then I'll find one. But right now, I mean,
What are you
where
hoping
could it
there's a false
possibly be
styrofoam
hiding?
bottom and that you're going to
You know?
accidentally find the shrimp hidden under it?
Now here's the chicken. Let's
He ends
look
up
at these
digging too
noodles,
far and
okay?
breaks the styrofoam and it
Here's
goes
a
all over the place.
block Big
This
block
isn't
of
like
dried noodles.
following a rainbow, Phil. What you're gonna get is what you're gonna
So
get.
the chicken one didn't say it had chicken
What you
in
get
it,
and
it
what
had
you
chicken
see
powder.
don't really come easily for you, Phil.
Chicken powder. So basically insanely finely ground chicken. And you gotta wonder, what part of the chicken, right, would they actually chop up into powder and put into a cup noodles? Probably like the assholes and elbows, right? The pieces that no one else wants to eat, no one would buy.
Chicken
at the grocery
breasts, they
store
could do
or the
chicken
market.
thighs,
That's
even the
probably what they
skin.
put inside
Who
of this.
fucking knows?
Ugh.
Oh my god.
Better question is, are you gonna fucking give a shit about it, Phil?
Just an
Because I
incredible
guarantee
amount of
you're still gonna
noodles.
eat it.
Exactly.
You know, for the size of the cup. If anything, you wish maybe they would have put more ingredients in there to be part of the broth, like more vegetables.
Phil,
you know what
I
mean?
remember once upon a
And less
time you had a
noodles. But let's
tripod.
face it, the
Where
noodles
is
are
it?
probably the least
Oh, he broke it or
expensive
sold it.
ingredient in this thing, which is why
Or you left it in
it's
Connecticut.
39 cents for a cup.
No, he didn't have it in Connecticut.
So
There was the one
this one's
Poorly
getting
Cooking with the
nicely
King
stirred.
where
Now,
he
by
had
now,
Leanna
our
as
shrimp
the
should almost
tripod.
be ready.
Oh, right.
It's in
The
3
Et Tu Caesar
So it should
salad.
Yeah.
almost be ready to go.
I wish he added more ingredients to this. Well, then it wouldn't
So
be
I'm just gonna let
39
that
cents,
chicken
would
sit
it?
there for a
Nope.
bit.
That would have been
I'm
like
gonna finally
probably
stir
10
our
bucks.
Shrimp. Actually, typically, honestly, it looks like the shrimp actually became a little better. Like the noodles spread out a little more.
Wow, as they absorb
Oh yeah, it doesn't actually
water,
look just like it looks
they get
like in
bigger.
Final
Who would have
Fantasy
thought?
15. Look, there's what it looks like in Final Fantasy 15, and on the package.
No, it
itself,
doesn't, Phil. It had beef in
Here's
it.
the reality. Not false advertising at all, right, guys and gals? No.
What kind of laugh was that?
No.
Does Phil lose his
He's
fucking
gonna
shit
false
when he goes to
advertising?
Burger King
Come on.
and
I'm gonna go
the
grab
big,
a napkin 'cause I know what's
the
gonna
Big Mac,
happen.
the Whopper doesn't look anything like the Whopper he orders.
What the hell? It's supposed to come with the kids' meal.
All right. Now for what you've been waiting for. I'm actually going to taste cup noodles for the first time since I was a kid. I had these when I was a kid, and that was it. I haven't had them since then. Okay.
Oh, look,
So,
they had like the
let
anti-Japanese
me get the chicken
DSP on
out
the
of here
side
while
there,
that
CFC.
Gets ready. Shrimp. With
What
shrimp,
would
not
that
shrimp
be?
flavored, with shrimp, supposed to have shrimp in it. Okay, whatever you say.
You know,
Let's first of
Phil,
all
if
just
it
take a
has
taste
shrimp
of
in
the
it, it
liquid
probably
itself
means the
without noodles.
flavor. It probably won't have the
Okay.
shrimp in it.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
Okay.
My
It tastes like not too salty.
Who the hell wants
It
to hear
actually
somebody
tastes just like
slurp
kind of
soup?
Seasoned water.
You know, good question.
I'm not kidding you. It
excuse
tastes
me
like
while I
seasoned
slurp my
water.
drink.
It doesn't taste like shrimp at all. Not at all. Okay. All right, let me get another sip.
Can you eat it like a normal human
There's
being?
not a single inkling of a shrimp flavoring.
Who
It's
knows?
basically
eats
just
like
seasoned
that?
Water.
Children.
Wow. All
Good
right, well,
point.
maybe the proof is in the noodles. Let's give the noodles a taste and let's see what those taste like. And try to get a spoon. Oh wow, it's even hard to get.
Really,
a spoon
Phil?
to look. It's incredibly difficult to get a spoon.
I could
noodle
eat
out
better
of
with
it
the
'cause they
spoon than
all
you.
pull away from you. I might need a fork. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna get a fork. I don't think I could eat this with
I love how all the comments in this video was like, "Who the hell eats noodles with a spoon?"
They have a
I'm
point.
gonna have to do here.
Like,
Okay.
when I ate ramen
Then I
noodles,
have to
I
take
used to
this
eat it
fork.
with a spoon, but with the cup noodles, I actually ate it with
kinda
a fork.
twirl.
It makes it better.
To get the noodles to catch on the fork. See that?
Wow,
So
it's
now when
like
I pull
eating
up,
spaghetti.
Now I can.
I
get
know
a
how to
mouthful
do that.
of
I'm
noodles
Italian.
versus before with the spoon, they would all just fall
Yeah,
All right, so I'm
my
gonna take
special
one.
Italian sauce comes from a can.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's great.
That's so classy, Phil. Mwah.
All right.
Grandiose.
Oh, by the way, now that I have the
Can
fork,
I bring up a
I can actually
better
go through
YouTuber in the
noodles a
middle
lot
of our
better.
crappy YouTube video,
See that?
watching somebody
And I
else's
can
crappier
100%
YouTube
tell
video?
you
Go ahead.
There is not a single
So
piece
Brad
of
Jones,
shrimp
the
in
cinema
this
snob,
with
he
shrimp
does
cup of
tries it
noodles.
stuff.
They 100% lie.
But he's got the common decency to have the
Complete
camera
false
far
advertising.
away, so you don't pick
And I
up
did
on the
not get
noises of
any
him
shrimp, not even
eating
a
this
single
shit.
one.
Or
It's
he doesn't
just
show
noodles
himself
and
eating it,
liquid
too.
And seasonings. That's it. Before I say anything,
And like, really, couldn't you have
I'm gonna
muted
take
that
another
part?
forkful,
Would we have lost
get a
anything?
taste, and then I'll let you know
No.
what I think.
Oh, gross. I did not need to see that.
No. Ah.
Ugh.
All right. There's good news and bad news. The good
Okay.
news is it's not horrible. It actually is palatable. Like it's not upsetting my stomach. It tastes pretty good actually. It's basically just basic seasonings, like I said, with noodles and broth. The noodles, you can't taste egg, you can't taste anything. They're just kind of there. They taste like a generic noodle, all right?
No shit.
You know, honestly, kind of
Really,
like
for
some of this
39
and everything
cents,
else,
what did
which
you
is kind of what
expect?
you would expect. And,
Well, Mega, you don't understand.
yeah,
He's
it's
expecting
that-
a
well,
gourmet
the news
meal.
is, it actually is helping my throat a
That's
lot.
right, this is
It's
Final
actually
Fantasy
pretty
World
warm,
here.
and it
You know,
nicely
the
is
game that he
kinda
hates,
soothing
and
my-
he has
my sore
concrete
throat.
evidence that it sucks.
So with anything, what we may be finding today is that cup noodles is what you want when you
It's
have
not the
sore
combat,
throat,
no,
when you
it's the
feel
noodles.
Okay, now let's scoot over to the chicken. The chicken has corn, which is an added ingredient that the shrimp did not have.
Phil, it also
okay?
has carrots in it.
Maybe
Did
the
you
chicken
forget
tastes
that?
more like chicken. At least we know there's ground chicken powder.
Well,
in
look,
this
the
thing.
shrimp
This
didn't
tastes
have corn. It
nothing
didn't have
like
anything
shrimp at
else
all.
in it. I mean, look at
And it
that.
has no shrimp
It's
in
just
it.
noodles and
Let's see what
broth.
the chicken
Forget about the
tastes
carrot
like. Here we
pieces.
go.
Fair enough.
All right, just mute it here, guys. You don't want to hear this.
No.
Look, even the cup's going, no!
Much more. No!
Wow. Ooh. Well, oh my God. Right off the bat, I can tell you, the chicken is way more salty than the shrimp. I can taste it. Now it's weird because if remember we looked at the labels, and it said shrimp has 44%.
They're
of
practically
sodium,
the same.
and chicken has 45%.
Oh my God,
I would say
that
bullshit.
10
I
milligram
think that those
difference,
are
bro.
correct.
Yeah,
That was for the batch that I'm
dude.
eating here. And this is
They're still
much
salty,
more
bruh.
salty than this.
They're
But
salty like me after a Street
it
Fighter
also
5
has more
stream.
flavor. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do, since I did this with the shrimp, I'm going to take a couple pieces of corn and
Phil,
just the broth
no.
and taste that.
I bet it's going to taste like chicken broth and corn.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So now here's the thing:
Did you just orgasm from that broth, Phil?
the fact that this one has corn.
Can he smack
and
his
the corn
lips
is very
anymore,
sweet,
too?
Is an added bonus.
No,
because with the shrimp,
don't
you're just
think
getting the
he
same
can.
flavor constantly throughout. There's no added ingredient in there. It's just seasoning, and you have to deal with that seasoning, right? Here,
I'd rather deal with that seasoning than your smacking and slurps, fucker.
Here, the saltiness of the broth is very salty, but it's being combined.
The
with
saltiness of the
sweetness
broth is
corn.
salty.
Actually
Thank
tastes
you.
Better, in my opinion.
That's just completely redundant.
The chicken.
The redundancy of that sentence was
And
redundant.
then I'm going to give you my final verdict on cup noodles. Here we go.
After you take a bite.
Only one more time.
No! See you, ood! Much no.
Yeah. I would say that the chicken cup noodles is actually far more tasty than the shrimp. The shrimp, sadly, is a one-trick pony. If you don't like the flavoring
You mean
of the
one-trick
seasoning of the
pony?
shrimp, there's not much you can do about it. It is what it
Couldn't
is.
you say the same for
If
any kind of cup
this
noodles?
one,
Like, hey,
get
if you don't
not
like
only the
chicken, it's a
seasoning of
one-trick
the
pony.
chicken stock flavoring with
Or
the
if you
salt,
don't
but
like
also
beef
get
or
the
pork
conjecture
noodles.
Yeah.
of
That makes
the
no
sweetness of
sense.
the corn and the other ingredients that are in it. Okay. Now here's the thing.
Then again, this is
If my
Phil we're
shrimp
talking
had
about.
actually
What the
had
fuck does
shrimp
he ever
in it,
make any
It might
sense?
have been better because this one has no chicken. It's just ground powdered chicken. Okay. It's guaranteed.
Didn't you
not to
say
have
it was
any chunks of
chicken
in it.
stock,
It's
Phil?
not even advertised to have chunks of chicken in it. This one was supposed to have shrimp. This is blatant false advertisement. So if you've played
Flip
Final
her over on the
Fantasy
side,
15,
Phil, and let's
right?
see if like shrimp's
You
the
look at
number
picture,
one
oh,
ingredient,
man,
and then I'll agree
that
with you.
Looks
Yeah.
amazing.
There's
Cup
no
noodles,
guarantee on that it says there's
everywhere.
a bite of
And, oh
shrimp
my
in
God,
every
it looks
cup.
so good. Now you know the
Exactly.
truth. This is why I was making fun of it, and why most people who see that and have had it before are making fun of it. This is far from a gourmet product.
How would they make fun of it?
This is the bottom of the barrel. You can't get a TV dinner or a microwave dinner or any kind of food prep for cheaper than this. This is the lowest.
Well, didn't you say that
cheapest
this
way
was
to eat.
based for college
It's also one of the
students?
most unhealthy due to the insanely high
Yeah,
sodium
so
content.
all college
okay?
students can do
But
is
hey, if
eat
you're
ramen
strapped
or
for cash
TV or
and you
microwave
need a quick
dinners.
meal and you have
There's no way
access
they
to
can
hot
eat
water,
healthy.
Oh,
this is
right,
the
they can
way
just
to
go
do
to
it,
Taco
right?
Bell.
Again, like I said,
Yeah.
this is why college and university students, this is huge for them. Ranked directly against each other. On looks, you would think that the shrimp is just going to be much better because it has shrimp in it while the chicken doesn't. However, mine had none. Okay, my chicken.
No, maybe you
had
should buy
corn,
another one with
which
shrimp in
made
it and see if
better,
that one just didn't have any
ultimately,
pieces
than the
in it.
shrimp.
Exactly.
So
Same
I'm gonna
fucking
give
deal.
The shrimp cup noodles a 1.5 out of 5. It's not disgusting.
Fuck number
It's
score,
palatable.
seriously.
It certainly isn't anything I would want to eat a giant tub of. In fact, even just eating this 1 cup of it might be a little bit too much. It's not bad.
What gave it away? The
but
44%?
It doesn't taste like shrimp, and there's no shrimp in it, despite the advertising. If this tasted more like shrimp and had
So
more
what gives
shrimp
it
in
the
I might give it like a
1.75?
3 or 3.5. Right now, the only reason it gets a 1.5, sadly, is because it's cheap. It's one of the cheapest forms of food you can get, okay? The chicken cup noodles.
Well, it's only
I'm gonna give
39
a
cents,
2
so I
out
didn't
of
lose
5
out on much.
Because
Exactly.
it
Why
actually
2 out of
tastes
5?
better than the shrimp. There's no false advertising. It never said that it had
False
chicken in it. It says
advertising?
chicken
You mean you're my
flavor.
Patreon?
And with the corn, to juxtapose the insane saltiness of it, it actually makes it tastier.
Wouldn't the
than this.
carrots-
However, it is less
Wouldn't the
healthy for you
carrots
because it
help
has more
counteract
sodium in it.
the shrimp
Again,
stuff?
the only reason
Yeah,
I get the rankings
actually.
they have
So,
is because
like,
of the cost. If these cost $1 or $2,
Just
they'd be
because the
like
corn
0,
was top and center when
okay?
he made it,
But
that's
because
why
they're
he
so
knows there's
cheap,
corn in that one.
You know,
they're not
you know what he
terrible
could have
products,
done?
They're just bad
What's that?
products.
Take like a little baby
They do a
carrot,
couple
chop it
more
up, and throw it in the
flavors,
shrimp.
But the bottom line is,
Hey, there
we've
you
seen
go.
the 2 staple flavors. Do you really
Oh,
trust
right.
another flavor?
Phil can't think outside the box
That's
because
gonna
he's a
have any
gamer
ingredients
after
in it
all.
that they
No,
claim?
come on. He's
No,
just
it's
reviewing
blatant
it based
false
on what it
advertising
comes alone.
to
You
eat a
can't
crappy
alter
product
this at
because
all,
you're
otherwise it's
bored,
not cup
basically.
noodles then.
So,
True.
or excuse me, cup noodles with shrimp, 1.5 out of 5. Cup noodles with chicken, or excuse me, I screwed that up. Cup noodles, chicken flavor, 2 out of 5.
Oh, yeah.
I don't recommend
Good
it
save.
unless you're strapped for
Such a
cash, or if
professional.
you're like me. Your voice is really feeling your throat swollen.
Why not burp?
Actually,
Just go for the
soothing my
trifecta,
throat, and I am
Phil.
gonna have a little
Why
bit
not
of each,
fart,
because
too?
I know it's going to soothe my throat and make me feel a little better.
This is just like my content.
Or if you don't have a lot of money, it's a quick meal. That's it for DSP Tries It, everyone.
I wouldn't call it a
Final
quick
Fantasy
meal.
15
I would rather
Special
call it a
Edition. I hope
snack
you
than a
enjoyed it.
meal.
I'll see you next time.
Oh, wait a minute. He can edit.
Yeah, only for this. Also, I will.
I never
not-
want to hear Phil complain again that he can't edit out the snorts and burps and shit. There is a mute button in your editor. You can do that.
Also, I do not want to donate or go to Loot Crate and use your coupon, Phil. I would rather just use my money and buy shit for me because I'm a lazy son of a bitch.
Is there like a Red Cross loot crate we can like purchase and donate to Phil? Where it's got like cough drops and like steroids and shit to help him out with his coughing,
Well then,
his nasal drip.
well then again, the reason why he's reviewing cup noodles is because later on down the road, that's the only thing he's gonna eat.
Alright, Leanna, we're kind of on a budget, so what I need you to do is go to the local library and watch all my previous DSP Tries It, figure out which ones cost the least and which ones were the best rated.
Oh, and also remember, we need to go steal hot water.
Unbelievable. How lazy do you have to be to not boil it on your stove?
Well, then again, he's a gamer. He doesn't have time for that.
It's very true. He has a busy adult life in his adult house.
Yeah, and a busy adult job, which involves him sitting on his ass playing video games and then bitching and threatening to kick a dev's ass. Yeah, that's totally a busy schedule.
For like what, all of 5 hours a day?
5 or 8, and then steal his fans' money just to have a Twitch and chill stream, which he could automatically do for fucking free.
Well, thanks to BendeziumWorldOrder for the suggestion, Tyler Hanson for the title of this video, and thank you, Levy, for joining us.
Welcome. I'm glad to do more of these videos.
So far, so good?
So fucking what?
So after you actually had the stomach to get through DSP's video of how to make cup noodles, you're probably wondering how to do them properly. Well, this video is meant for you. All you need are 3 simple items. Item number 1, cup of noodles. Item number 2, anything that can boil water. For the sake of this video, we're going to use a pot. Item number 3, you're going to need water. For the sake of this, it's going to be bottled water because, well, you don't want to use sink water because usually that's bad. But you're probably asking yourself, gee, how do you make the cup of noodles properly? Well, number 1, you need to take all this off. Because first off, you don't need this in your life. You don't need packaging. Life has taught you if there's packaging, you rip that fucker off. All the packaging, all the cardboard off. And you see, the steps are really simple. You see, right here, boil water. So you know what? Why don't we boil that right now? Now, if you have boiled water, you can actually move on with the first step, which is to boil water, which you already done. Fold back the lid and add boiling water to inside fill line. As you can see right here, this is actually the thing you have to open. Now, if you fuck this up, then, well, you have no excuse for fucking up noodles now, would ya? Now, be careful when opening this, because you do not, I repeat, do not want to fuck up this process. If you do, you will immediately regret it. Also, can you see what this is? Right in there. Right there. There is the fill line. You fill that up to there. Put too much, your noodles are going to be shit. And since I'm not using a kettle like a smart person, we're going to be using a pot. Like I've said before, this is going to be kinda difficult. So keep in mind, if I burn myself, don't call the police or the ambulance. I'm sure they'll find their way shortly. I did it! Somewhat. Once you have moved on from step 1, you can move on to step 2, which is close the lid and let it stand for 3 minutes. A lot of people seem to fuck this step up and always stir. You're not supposed to stir. That's for step 3. And you should move on to the step, which is closing the lid. And since I don't have anything to properly set it, I'm going to use this. That will be the proper thing. And also, while we are ahead, we're actually going to set our timer for 3 minutes. Now, yeah, this is going to take a while, so start. This is the longest 3 minutes I've ever experienced in my entire fucking life. 3, 2, 1. Now, let us check our noodles. As you can see, let us open this lid back. They should look a lot like that, except not with the broth spilling all over the place. As for step 3, we can actually stir and enjoy. The one thing you forgot that you always will need, a utensil, a fork. You take that fork and you stir. You stir it like the poor peasant boy making soups, trying to keep families alive. And it is a good thing. As the step implies, we will take this, a good supply of it. If I can pull it out without making it drip on the floor, again, we are going to enjoy. Oh my god. And that is how you make a proper cup of noodles. Now, if you think that that is hard to do, how fucking dumb are you?